Members of the Board of Education, I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you this weekend. My name is Ethan Rex, and I am a junior here at Temple Christian School. I am speaking to you as a representative of our junior class. I want you to picture yourself in a classroom here at Temple, where you're all looking around at each other, wearing the same exact clothing, but not just for that day, but every day of the school year. How do you feel about looking the same? Do you feel individualized? Do you feel like you can't express yourself? Do you feel like you want to escape the norm? Our current dress code policy allows for blue, navy, gray, red, white, and burgundy polo shirts, and khaki or blue pants. Granted, the first day of school everyone looks impressive, but after a few short weeks and multiple washings of the same shirts and pants, it begins to look like everyone got their clothes from a thrift store. In addition to our current policy, it allows for students to wear whatever color of socks, shoes, and belts they want to. Many students take the opportunity to express themselves with different color and fabric choices, but it also results in outfits that are even more mismatched. I also feel that many students end up not caring at all how they look because they feel like they shouldn't even try, since everyone has to wear the same thing. One of the common arguments in favor of school uniform is that it helps students that don't have as much money to spend on uniforms to be able to dress as the students that spend more. Unfortunately, the opposite happens. Even in school uniforms, there are multiple brands and some that are very high-end, so it quickly becomes obvious who is wearing more expensive school uniform as opposed to the generic brand. Many will claim that having school uniforms saves families money on school clothes, but I disagree with that point. By the time you purchase casual clothes to wear outside of school, you end up spending as much money, if not more, than you had if clothes that worked for both home and school. I have also found that because I don't wear my casual wardrobe as often, I have usually grown out of the clothes that are still really nice that I could have gotten more value out of if I had worn them more often. I believe that requiring school uniforms take away from the biggest canvas that students have on which to express themselves and display who they are. Allowing students to wear clothing that they are comfortable in will result in students who are more relaxed and better able to focus on their education here at Temple. I'm smart enough to realize that clothing choices that I make in high school will probably be somewhat that I regret when I'm older, but by forcing uniforms on everyone, we are not allowed to develop our own sense of style and dress, resulting in being unprepared to dress appropriately in college or the workforce. Also, uniforms do not teach a child how do you deal with people who are different than themselves. Some of you might be worried for your child that you might blow the bank on expensive clothing, and that their idea is that they will be cool if you get them Nike or Aeropostale. Well, this is a good case to teach them to make friends based on what brands they wear. You might ask if we were all suggesting to do away with school uniforms. What is that the policy that replaces them? I feel that currently the policies we have for our teachers would be a good starting point. I feel that students would be more comfortable if they could wear what our teachers are allowed to wear. I respectfully request that the school board reevaluate our current high school dress code and uniform policy, incorporating suggestions from parents, students, and alumni. This would allow us to develop a dress code requirement that reflects individuality, school pride, and professionalism, better preparing our Temple Christian students for the life in the real world after high school. I am also submitting copies of a petition signed by 90% of the students in our high school in favor of the new uniform policy. Thank you for your time, and I would now be happy to answer any questions that you may have.